Y'all, how y'all doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day, no matter where you are in the world. I'm enjoying this Darragh Park, and I just wanted y'all to see a permaculture garden in full effect in Galveston, Texas, USA, before I transport you to the food forest in Jambanjelly, the Gambia. Y'all, it's just so beautiful here. This is just the intro, y'all. Now I want you to enjoy looking at what I'm sharing with you guys before I transport you to the Gambia. I'm just gonna walk to the bench, y'all, before I take y'all to the Gambia. See, different flowers. Different trees. Each permaculture design is different. And even when you decide to do a permaculture garden, it'll be however you want it done. It may be a food forest, or it may just be a garden similar to this one. All right, y'all. I'm almost to the chair, the bench, where I'm gonna sit down, and we'll be transported through the magic of video to Jambanjelly, the Gambia, y'all. Enjoy.
All right, good morning, Mr. Baji.
Good morning, my dear
Back
brother.
again.
Yeah, any Sunday we come here, I always feel happy in the sense that we are moving towards our dream way or dream target. So when I came, I walk around almost the entire side, the right and then the left side. Then I went crop pipe until I reached the end. So the whole garden, imagine, this is the only thing I saw which is abnormal to me. This is a lemon fruit affected, so I have to remove it. Because in permaculture, we act on time. Anytime you spot the problem, you always want immediate solution. You don't wait until it gets worsen. So it's better than to cure, prevent than to cure. That's all what we are doing. So get the crops, the entire garden is clean of grasses. One thing I love is anytime I come, you see the aubergine, I was able to spot that they are fruiting, alhamdulillah, in the best way. And then we have only some few grasses that is growing under the plant. So today our task is to remove them as we did the last time. And also to plant even more. Because still our target goal is to have a food forest. In the sense that whatever we spend money on, we want to make sure that we have it at our reach anytime we need it. Because food security consists of these three big A's: availability, accessibility, and affordability. Yeah, before you talk about something not available, farmers say, think about what can you do to make it available. If it is not accessible, what can you make to make it accessible? If it is not affordable, what can you do to make it affordable? So we cannot be blaming the system when we can change the system. That's why permaculture is encouraging us to know the problem, find solution. That's why 90% of our work is to observe. Through observation, then we can interact and see what we can do. But this is just the beginning. The team is here. Definitely, I want the team to talk, to tell you exactly where we started the journey, how it was, and today where we are. For any journey, if you want to reach your destination, you must pass through stages and challenges. We should not fear a problem, but we have to think about how we overcome the problem to measure our success. So a lot of challenges, but today, mashallah, thank God, so far so good. But I'm impressed. We are just arriving. Now we just start to begin removing the grass, which I started already. Because as a leader, you should not command, you should lead. So anything we do here, you have to lead them, show them, so that you know the team can see, yes, this is how we should be working together to make changes. You see, Salifu, you have to say something. I'm tired. No, Salif, say something. Salif, Mr. President. Has to be. Please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, we are back again.
Yes, good morning, HYBASIA family. Good morning again. We are in our daily Sunday routine. As usual, every Sunday we are back to the HYBASIA Food Forest in Jambanjelly. As you can see, the team, we are just arriving due to the circumstances about the rain the last night and then this morning as well. So this is why we are a bit late, but so far so good. Not late exactly, just the time that we normally arrive. At least skipped a bit, but then it's fine. As you can see, we are just removing the weeds. As Mr. Baggy says, that when we come, we have to go around and see first what to do. You know, if anything is there to plant or transplant, we do that. If any there is there to remove like weeds and stuff like, we do that. But today, so far so good, we are so impressed. When we came, I even see some of the development that made in our absence. Like if you see the aubergines, how they're making up the fruits, you can see. You can see. We have lots of aubergines. This was last Sunday, it was not. Yeah, I don't see, they were small, but then now you can see some of them. And from here up to there. You see, and as you can see, all the trees, things are growing very, very much pretty good. That's pretty nice. As you can see, it things that you grow from when it was a seed. And all of a sudden now, it's way higher than you. So that is amazing. Yeah, so thank you so much. I thank the team as well. That is with us since day one up to now, you know, in our this journey. But then we are so impressed, and then honestly, the team is the real team that I can say the first team that normally builds this place, and then obviously you have no any other places, you know, hardly you have a team like this. But I think people will emulate us by also building a very good team to work on like this. And then also a big thanks goes to our donors, the people who are donating to make this dream become a reality. That is also a plus for them, because left us alone we cannot do this, we can achieve this, but together we move. As we said, you know, that no man stands alone, but together we are able to go far. Yeah, so I thank you so much as at now. Thank you, Baraka.
Oh, good. The last time I talked about ladybug, telling people that they are our friends, they are not enemies. This is another big worm that is normally found in the soil, especially with very good and healthy soil and fertile soil. They help in the decomposition. The worms are the servant to the earth or to the soil, because they work for the soil to improve the soil fertility so that the nutrients will be available to the plants in the form the plant want. So we should not kill them, you see. So anytime I see them, how do we save them? Because there are two insects. If they are not in the world, there will be no food security. One of them are the worms and the bees. The bees, they help in the pollination. And then the worms also, they help in the maintenance of the soil fertility. And soil is the fountain. Without soil, you cannot grow anything. Or soil is the medium for growth. Any substrate, anything that you use to grow plant is good, but the soil has some composition. It has some plant life, some earth material, some animal life, fungus, bacteria, and other things. In combination, you have the life that is biological. You have the life that helps to improve soil fertility and water retention. So since we have worms here, that's a sign that our soil is rich. And the proof of that are the trees. If the soil is healthy, you always see the results by the trees. This is why anytime we are working, if we see them, we return them back to the soil. If we see them, we return them back to the soil. So I'm urging to everyone, permaculture is all about knowing, finding out. And every day you should be able to find out why and how. Whatever you see on your farm, before you see it as an enemy, please, man has no enemy. We create enemies, but nature don't create any enemy for man. Even mosquitoes are not enemies, because God has given us the intelligence, the ability to live with them. So your enemy is something that you cannot live with, but your enemy, real enemy, would always like to eliminate you. But they don't eliminate us. They live with us because they need us, but we also need them. So that we can use our intelligence. How can we live with them? Even lions are not enemies. Snakes are not enemies. So man has no enemy created by God. We only create enemies for ourselves. If you build relationship with them, they love you. Even your dog, if you want your dog to love you, you have to love the dog first. If you love your dog, you care for the dog. And the dog will know that farmer or Mr. XYZ cares for me, and they will always love you. Love is reciprocating. So if you love the insects, the animals, the worms, they also love you, and they will work for you for free, and you don't pay them. So that's why in permaculture, we have to think about how do we live with everything, even your enemies. Thank you so much. Thank you. You come this side. Wow.
It's just like
yeah. So one of the biggest problems today in the Gambia, especially in our agricultural lands, are the slugs. They are similar to snails, but snails, they have hard cover. But this one, they don't have hard cover. They are normally found under the leaves. That's where they hide. But if they spend one night in your garden, they can destroy almost all the leaves there. So one has to be observant. So what we do here sometimes is we use salt. Instead of killing them, you use salt, you just put it on their body. Since their body is watery, so if you put salt there, it burns them. So they can go. Or you have to use poison method, which I don't want. You put poison in the food, you throw it, they feed on that, they die. But slugs are becoming a big challenge to many farmers in the Gambia. Some people become a farmer, I have problem with snail. I said no. Slugs are different from snails. They look alike. They also have antenna. If you touch them, they enter inside. They don't have hard cover. As they move, even snail, there is what we call this water that comes from snail. It's a medicinal water. If you know the value of snail, we're going to do snail farming. In the future, it's possible we can do it here. But slugs are enemies, so we have to treat them as enemies. Anytime we see them, if you cannot kill them, farmers say just pick them and throw them away. Yeah. Especially we have bush around. So if you don't want to destroy your banana, farmers say just pick them, throw. So that's why I'm encouraging hand picking. I don't want us to use any chemical to kill them. The least we can use is salt. Just put it on their body and they will go. Otherwise, hand picking, we throw them. So somebody, I found it on one of the team members, and then I pick it. So I'm talking something about it. So you can see our last videos, and now we're talking more about what we are discovering on the land. So, and all this is possible through observation. So please, let's observe. Whatever you see abnormal, please, let's share. Thank you so much. But you see how it is entering. So you see, so they are not enemies. So you see they are moving.
You are going to throw it, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to throw it to the nearby bush instead of killing them. You don't need them here, but they can survive there. And yeah, thank you. So this is the apple plant we bought the last time, after making consultation with where we got the apple from, Bamburi, in the Gambia today is one of the experts. He do nursery, and for him, the apple he planted, they already started fruiting. So based on his advice, he said, yes, we can plant them even at this stage. So because of that advice, inshallah, we're going to plant the apple today. Today is on the 10th or on the 11th? On the 10th. So on the 10th of September, apple, inshallah, planted. So we'll be giving you feedback on how it grows from time to time. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. So we have 5 of these to plant. On behalf of our dear mom, Stephanie, this one specially dedicated to Stephanie. Because in those days, people don't believe that apple can grow in the Gambia. But thank God, we try and error, and people are not relenting, and then they are breaking the psychology. So we want also to be part of those who will break that psychology, that we can do it. Thank you so much. So you can drink water and then apply. Yeah. Thank you. You can save this, huh? So,
Yes.
Road is very important, huh? This is the second one, huh? So from today, Zadora will observe, eh? Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Good. As we all can see, the planting of apple. Because this is something that people normally say, oh, this would not perform here. But nobody has come across doing his or her experiment to see how will it perform here or not, and what are the conditions, and why it doesn't perform, and why it's performing. But now in HYBASIA Food Forest, as we say, this is going to be a laboratory. So this is why we are planting any kind of trees that we have, just to see how will they perform, and why they not perform, and why they perform. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah.
Midnight is very important. Pruning, and pruning is very key. So we have to maintain our plants, make sure that we see their health. But you try, you talk in Mandinka. Some of our listeners are Mandinkas. Any garden depends on how you are able to take care of the nursery. Nursery is the most important part of any garden setup, because if you don't nurse your crops, care them at early age, monitor them, and then of course have them proper, you cannot transplant them. And if you don't transplant them, you don't expect to get any yield from your crops. So that's why here we want to make sure that we have continuous production. Continuous in the sense that if any time you come here, you must have something you can take home as food on the table. This is why if tomato, this is tomato. We already have our aubergine, almost 6 months we are harvesting. We have our okra, you can see the okra still fruiting. And then the sorrel, the spring onion, like Jambanjelly, they are all here. But tomato, this is what we want to start with, so that it will go until in 3 months' time we start harvesting tomato. And this is what we call succession, growing at least on monthly basis. Every month you must plant something, so that there will be no time in a year where you don't plant. And they'll be maturing per month. Like January, you must harvest something. February, you harvest something. March, you harvest something. And as we are harvesting, you continue doing your nursery. So that's why we are promoting this diversification and continuous and multiple cropping. because we don't control the weather. So we have to try everything so that if one fails, we can depend on the other. So this is our strength. If you can do proper nursery at every day or every time, that's a big strength for any producer. So on that note, I thank you so much. This is the tomato. So we are nurturing it in the container. Since we are in the rainy season, we want to avoid it being washed away. If we put it on the ground, if we have too much rain, even though it's raised bed, it can be washed away. But if they are in the container, you can easily manage them. So that's why we are promoting container farming. So please, make use of your waste. This we don't spend any money on, and now we are planting tomato inside. From time to time, we'll be showing how it grows. In 3 weeks' time, inshallah, we'll share how it looks like. That's what we want. So follow us. You see, this is what you do. You spread it, mix it, and then just add little sand on it to cover them. The seed must be covered. Yeah. And the first food of any seed is the seed itself. That's the beauty about nature. Yeah. The first food for the plant itself is the seed cover. So automatically, nature provides food without our intervention.
Yes.
So, so this is natural farming. We are copying exactly what nature is doing. God don't do transplanting, but God always do planting. So I don't wish you.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. It's another Sunday, and we are back to the food forest. And finally, we have come to the end of the day. We were doing some weeding, pruning, transplanting, and planting some trees. We planted tomato seeds, and then lettuce, and others were also involved in weeding and other stuffs. So basically, what I want to say is it is something that we cannot do alone. It is a teamwork. We, HYBASIA, the ones working here, and the ones that are donating, and our dearest mother, Stephanie, are all working hand in glove to make sure that we are into what we are doing, and to make sure that what we are doing is also going forward, because us alone doing it will not take it nowhere. And if you guys were not also donating, then we won't also have trees or plants to grow in the food forest. So what I want to say is thank you so very much for every one of you out there watching and doing all other stuffs. And thanks to our dearest mother, Stephanie, SNwadiei, we the team, we are very much grateful. Please donate. Even $1 can make a change in the food forest. Thank you.
Hello guys, you can see the corn. This is corn. It's already fruiting. See? Oh, you can see. All these are corns. You can see. It's the papaya. As you can see, it's every day developing, bigger and bigger. Wow. Bitter leaves. You see? This is already turned to be a food forest already. Yes, Tom, this is also, as you can see, the banana.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed our permaculture update in the food forest in Jambanjelly, the Gambia. Y'all, whenever I'm in nature, whatever little insects are around messing with me, I'm fighting them in the video, y'all. I need a spray bottle so I could just be spraying with water to get these insects away. I don't know why they like messing with people sometimes. I have no idea. Maybe the lavender I have on me make them think that I'm a flower too. I used some lavender soap when I took a bath just before I came, y'all. So who knows, these insects may be drawn to different scents, and that's just the way it goes. But anyway, the update in Jambanjelly is because our team worked so hard to make it happen, all about planning before the rainy season, and then follow through during the rainy season. All about follow through, y'all. Maintaining what we've done and continuously planting seeds and trees all along so we can have something to harvest every time we go out there. And y'all, we are working on getting estimates for the first tiny house to be built in our food forest, because you have to have a little tiny farmhouse at least so you can have somebody stay there on the land during the day. Maybe one person or two that can take turns being there, so someone will be there all the time, making sure everybody knows that someone is there, as well as for the monkeys to know that someone is there, so they won't be messing with some of the fruits or vegetables that they like to eat, because we want to condition them, y'all, so they will eat what we give them, because they don't know. They just hungry, y'all. Their natural habitat is being encroached upon by people like us. So we have to share with them. But it's better to share with them with what we want them to have than for them to just take what they want, because they may take it before it's ready. Be digging up stuff that's not ready even to harvest yet. That's not like they little farmers or anything, or they taking permaculture lessons. So y'all, we gotta check the monkeys by having somebody actually stay on the property. So anyway, we get another estimate for a tiny house to be built out there, whether it's a round house or just a small rectangular house or whatever, y'all. Rectangle, square, whatever. We just need to get just a small house big enough to hold a couple of twin beds so people can come and stay. We already have areas marked out for our composting toilets, and it'll be easy enough for us to fix it where you can do the outdoor shower. It's gonna be really, really cool, y'all. Minimalism is the key. You gotta start somewhere. If money was no object, we'd already have it, y'all. But since money is an object and we're doing slowly by slowly, that's just the way it goes, y'all. And no, it's not nothing we don't want you to know. Of course, we want you to know. If you joined Patreon, you would have all the behind the scenes information, including the estimates for the tiny houses, and see the plans for the tiny house, and would be able to vote. But that's for the people that want to be Patreons. You are all welcome to become Patreons for as little as $3 a month. But I want you to want to be a patron. Otherwise, y'all, I will leave a Cash App link as well as our GoFundMe campaign link. Please donate often and as much as you want to. Donate as little or as much as you want to, as long as that app will take it, y'all. So I will leave Cash App link as well as a GoFundMe link. And if you need any other kind of link, you let me know and I'll put it there. But I'm telling you, if you donate through the GoFundMe account, it actually goes straight to our bank, and then we can get what we need to get right there in the Gambia without any issues. But anyway, y'all, I just want to let y'all know that I appreciate and love all of you guys. Thank you so much. Whatever y'all do, help us to get to the next level, and we appreciate and love all of y'all. Please subscribe if you have not. When you donate, please share the link to your family, your friends, or anybody that loves to eat. Because permaculture is the way to go for the world, y'all. You may not be able to be in the motherland, Africa, but you definitely can start permaculture wherever you are. This garden is right here in Galveston. It's a beautiful, beautiful garden. And you could have a little small garden where you are, or a big garden. Only you know how big a land you have. Or if you want to simply grow in containers. But anyway, the lessons learned by watching our videos, you can surely apply them to wherever you are in the world. So anyway, y'all, until next time, from this beautiful, beautiful garden in Galveston, Texas, which is a permaculture garden, I want to say peace, peace, power to the people. And I'm out, y'all. Bye.